The name Tank strikes fear into any boxer who faces him. With explosive power, lightning-fast speed, and the ability to end a fight in an instant, Gervonta Davis has built a reputation that feels almost unstoppable. But there's one thing people don't talk about enough: his training. While fans are mesmerized by his knockouts, what happens behind the scenes is just as incredible as what he does under the bright lights.
I'm gonna beat his ass for y'all talking. For real, so y'all better be quiet.
I don't give a fuck if y'all was this me and you, fool.
A recent video of Gervonta Davis went viral, giving fans a rare look at what sets him apart. In the clip, he's using a medicine ball, but not in the usual way. Most athletes slam it against a wall or the ground to build core strength, but Davis takes it to another level. Instead, he's tossing the ball back and forth with two other people, turning a basic exercise into an intense test of reflexes, balance, and power. The footage left fans in awe and quickly became a hot topic online.
Rematch clause, people, so get ready for 2 fights. But, yes, and after I beat him the second time, I probably would ask the WBA to let me go up to 140 and fight Riot.
One fan put it best, saying, "I don't know what he's training for, but the results speak for themselves." Another joked, "That's the toughest opponent he's fought." It's not just admiration. There's a mix of awe, humor, and curiosity about what goes on in Davis's training sessions. And for good reason. His record speaks for itself: 30 wins, 28 by knockout. That kind of success doesn't come easy. It's built through relentless work and, as the video proves, some seriously innovative training. What makes this exercise, and Davis's training in general, so important is its focus on core strength. For a boxer, the core is everything. It powers punches, keeps balance in check, and absorbs those brutal body shots.
Round.
What?
I say 9th round.
You said 9?
Yeah.
What's your response to that, Lamont?
Look, he got scared. Look. He looked at night.
I'm telling you, you saying you going down in a night?
Davis understands this better than anyone, both as someone who dishes out devastating body shots and as someone who's had to take them. His training isn't about putting on a show. It's about making sure his body can withstand the brutal demands of boxing. This video also gives insight into what makes him so explosive in the ring. His power isn't just about raw strength. It's a mix of technique, speed, and precision. The way he moves that medicine ball shows the incredible control he has over his body, the same control that fuels his fight-ending punches. Watching him train is like watching a true expert at work. Every move is intentional. Every detail matters. While the video had fans hyped about Davis's work ethic, it also reignited a long-running debate. How much of his success is pure talent and hard work, and how much comes down to favorable matchmaking? Some critics argue that he hasn't always faced the toughest competition, suggesting his impressive record might not tell the full story. But whether you agree with that or not, one thing is clear: Davis puts in the work. His training alone proves he doesn't take anything for granted. Speaking of opponents, Davis is at the center of some serious drama regarding his next fight. He's set to defend his WBA lightweight world title against Lamont Roach on March 1st in Brooklyn. Or is he? That's the big question right now. Just before Christmas, Davis shocked the boxing world with a single Instagram post. The fight is fighting canceled naturally. This sent fans, analysts, and even Roach himself into a frenzy of confusion.
Doing anything different as far as training going into this fight versus your other fights?
I do something different every training camp. I make the workload harder. Obviously, this is a 3-division world champ. And, you know, we got to train. We got to train like we fight one of the best fighters ever. You know what I'm saying? So that's what we're going to do.
Lamont Roach, however, didn't seem fazed by Davis's announcement. In fact, his response showed a level of confidence that got everyone talking. Shortly after Davis's post, Roach shared a video of himself shadowboxing, looking sharp and ready. He followed it up with a bold statement on Instagram. He said that, "Not me. I'm locked in. Ain't changed. March 1st. Brooklyn." Hashtag, and his message was clear. He's focused and not letting Davis's words shake him. Adding to the confusion, Roach's father and trainer, Lamont Roach Sr., told reporters on Boxing Day, "We haven't heard anything."
And Baltimore guys don't like each other. You know what I mean? So, it was a DC guy that I got into it with.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean? So one of the older guys named Dana, he basically told me chill out. Like,
as far as I'm concerned, the fight is still on. Nothing has changed on our end. That was the firm stance from Roach's camp, making it clear they're ready to go, no matter the uncertainty. Meanwhile, Davis has been unusually quiet since his initial post. He hasn't clarified whether the fight is actually cancelled or if his words were just frustration, or maybe even part of a promotional tactic. After all, boxing is no stranger to mind games and last-minute twists. But for fans eagerly waiting for the fight, the silence has been frustrating.
It's gonna be a party on
I'm
your floor.
gonna let y'all know something. His father was up here shaking on the what's the name? He was shaking on the.
Thank everybody that played a part in it. My team, Roberto Diaz, Gary Jonas.
On my kids, he was shaking on this thing. On my kids, he was shaking. How you gonna say it's cap? And
it gotta be.
You gonna say it's cap? I'm watching them.
Then, on New Year's Day, there was a glimmer of hope. Davis's promotional company, GTD Promotions, posted a New Year's graphic featuring Davis along with the words, "See you March 1st." It was the first real sign that the fight might still be happening. Fans quickly latched onto this, hoping it meant the highly anticipated matchup was back on track. But with no official announcement yet, the suspense continues.
See, in Baltimore don't fuck with each other.
Yeah, they don't. One thing about it, the city gonna show up for you.
The timing of all this couldn't be more intriguing. Davis is coming off a year of big wins, and a fight against Roach would be the perfect way to start the new year. For Roach, this is the opportunity of a lifetime. Facing someone like Davis is no easy challenge, but the reward, a world title and the chance to stun the boxing world, makes it a risk worth taking.
Been able to solve Tank Davis. What do you need to do together with you and your team and obviously your son to score that victory?
We got a game plan. We're gonna execute it, and we're gonna get the results.
Move that head, bob and weave, bob and weave.
Both fighters have a lot on the line, which makes the uncertainty around this fight even more frustrating. But that's not the only thing keeping fans talking. Just days ago, Davis posted another video that sent the internet buzzing. He looked absolutely shredded, even though his fight with Roach is still 3 months away. Most fighters gradually build up during training camp, especially with so much time left before fight night. But Davis, he already looks like he's in peak condition, and fans can't believe it.
My whole family's from DC. My whole family, like my entire family.
Don't bring them. Don't bring them.
For what?
Don't bring them. I'm telling you.
They gonna celebrate with me. Yeah.
Videos from a recent press event only added to the buzz. Davis stood confidently in front of the cameras, showing off a physique that had everyone talking. One fan summed it up bluntly, "Lamont Roach is in trouble." Gervonta Davis is in shape right now, another added. Tank is looking insane. The reactions kept pouring in. His shoulders look big and strong, one fan pointed out, while another excitedly said, "The champ's in shape." It's up, fans are fired up, and it's easy to see why. Davis isn't just preparing to win, he's making a statement. He's ready to dominate.
And he gonna pay for it. I guarantee he pay for it. I guarantee he pay for it. I guarantee it.
Calm down.
But let's not overlook Lamont Roach, the man who'll be standing across from Davis on fight night. Roach is no easy opponent. As the reigning WBA super featherweight champion, he's built an impressive career of his own. In fact, the WBA granted him special permission to move up in weight and challenge Davis for the lightweight title while keeping his super featherweight belt. That's a rare opportunity and a clear sign that Roach is seen as a real contender, not just another name on Davis's record. Roach earned his super featherweight title in a tough battle against Hector Luis Garcia in November 2023, winning by split decision.
Whether he's a champion or not, you're getting a guy lighter than you to come up and weight to make you look good again. I'm saying.
Roach then successfully defended his belt in June against Fergal MCC. Now, with this move up in weight, he has the chance to join the ranks of two-division world champions, a list that already includes Gervonta Davis. It's a historic moment for Roach, and he has everything to fight for. Davis, on the other hand, is no stranger to making history. Before his current reign as WBA lightweight champion, he held both the IBF and WBA super featherweight titles. His jump to lightweight wasn't easy, but he proved he was up for the challenge. In November 2023, Davis was officially elevated from regular champion to full WBA world champion after Devin Haney vacated the belt. His first title defense came in June, when he delivered a brutal 8th-round knockout against Frank Martin, a reminder to everyone why he's one of the most dangerous fighters in the sport.
Lamont Roach is a terrific fighter. He might be a little over his head with Gervonta Davis. Gervonta Davis is, I mean, to say the least, he's a beast. He really is. He's a tremendous fighter. He's a dedicated fighter when it comes to training and fighting and making sure that he's in optimal.
Fans have long been hoping for a showdown between Davis and Vasily Lomachenko, a dream unification fight that had the boxing world buzzing. Talks between their camps began earlier this year, fueling excitement for what could have been a blockbuster clash. Lomachenko, known for his unmatched technical skills, seemed like the perfect test for Davis, whose raw power and explosiveness have made him nearly unstoppable. It would have been a classic matchup, speed versus power, precision versus aggression. But those hopes were shattered in July when negotiations suddenly collapsed. Lomachenko decided to step away from boxing, with his manager, Aegis Klimas, explaining that he simply wasn't interested in fighting Davis at the moment and wouldn't return to the ring until 2025.
But everybody be talking shit to Gervonta, it don't be coming out good for them, my nigga. I'm just keeping it real.
He obviously a superstar. But just because it's who he is, this don't change no program that I got going on. I'm here to win. I've been coming to win. And I think the same result will happen on December the 14th.
The announcement left fans both disappointed and confused. Reports initially suggested that a deal was already in place, but top-ranked President Todd Duboff later clarified that the negotiations never moved past the early stages. There was no concrete agreement, just a rough framework for what could have been. With the Lomachenko fight off the table, Davis had to find a new opponent, and Lamont Roach stepped up. While Roach doesn't have the same star power as Lomachenko, he's a fighter with something to prove. Moving up in weight to face a powerhouse like Davis is a bold decision, but also a risky one. Roach's style is calculated, built on skill and strategy rather than raw power. But against someone like Davis, who can end a fight with a single punch, Roach will need to be at his absolute best.
Yeah, I mean, but again, they pick and choose, so it is what it is. And again, the media like to hate him too, so you know, I'm going to catch a lot of that backlash too, but I mean, it is what it is. I ain't really stunned that too much. I'm not worried about narratives. I'm worried about what I can do in the ring.
All right, brother. All right.
For Davis, this fight is another step towards cementing his legacy. At just 29 years old, he's already accomplished a lot, but he's far from satisfied. Every fight is a chance to prove why he's one of the best pound-for-pound fighters in the world. And judging by his current form, he's not taking Roach, or anyone, lightly. His commitment to staying in peak condition, even months away from fight night, speaks volumes about his mindset and work ethic. As the countdown to March continues, the anticipation only grows. This isn't just about titles, it's about two fighters with different styles and backgrounds colliding on one of boxing's biggest stages. Davis, with his devastating knockout power and undeniable star presence, represents the pinnacle of today's boxing elite. Roach, with his technical skill and relentless determination, embodies the grit of an underdog hungry to shock the world.
To get the shot, everyone stay down. Thank you.
For a fighter with a flawless 30-0 record and a knockout rate of over 90%, the amount of criticism Davis gets can seem surprising. But it's there, loud and constant. From fans questioning his consistency to analysts debating whether he truly seeks out the toughest challenges, Davis is always under the microscope. And one of the most vocal figures in these discussions is Showbiz the Adult, a well-known boxing commentator who never holds back his opinions on Tank's career. Showbiz has called Davis one of the most skilled fighters of this generation, even saying his approach in the ring is something special, something rarely seen in boxing history. But despite the praise, there's also a clear frustration in his words. He's quick to point out that Davis's career choices, whether it's the opponents he faces, the long gaps between fights, or the lack of a clear long-term plan, are keeping him from reaching his full potential. With talent as rare as Davis's, expectations are sky-high, and like many others, Showbiz just wants to see him take it to the next level.
For you, is that all it takes? Just a little comment?
Nah, but that's what I want, though. I don't want you to fight me like you're saying you're going out.
Always go like this.
always go like this.
Nah, what I'm
always
saying,
get the
you just said you feel like you going
and
out.
they go to
I
sleep.
don't want you to feel like you going.
The comparison to Shakur Stevenson is especially interesting. Showbiz holds both fighters in high regard, expecting the same hunger and ambition from Davis that he sees in Stevenson. But it's not just about matching Shakur's drive, it's about living up to the standards set by boxing legends. Roberto Duran, Manny Pacquiao. These names are etched in history not just because of their skills, but because of their relentless pursuit of greatness. They didn't just dominate one division, they took risks, moved up in weight, and sought out the toughest challenges. Pacquiao, in particular, became an 8-division world champion, a feat still unmatched. This is where the criticism of Davis starts to sting. With his power and skill, he has the potential to be one of the greats. But has he truly embraced that mindset? Showbiz imagines a different version of Tank, the one fans dream about. A fighter who moves up to welterweight, calls out names like Teofimo Lopez, and systematically takes down every big name in his way. That's the kind of ambition people want to see.
Looking at Lamont the way that everybody else look at Lamont, like I know Lamont is a really good fighter. I'm not. This ain't no Frank Martin. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah.
It's a real good fight.
It's not that Davis hasn't shown flashes of that daring spirit. He started his career at super featherweight, won titles, and then moved up to lightweight and light welterweight. His 2021 fight against Mario Barrios at 140 pounds was a major step, proving he could compete and win outside his comfort zone. But instead of building on that momentum, Davis returned to lightweight, seemingly content to stay there. That's what frustrates so many fans and analysts. Critics argue that Davis has all the tools to be an all-time great, but greatness isn't just about talent, it's about mindset. Manny Pacquiao didn't have Davis's raw power, but he had an unshakable determination to fight the best, no matter the odds. Roberto Duran's fearlessness and versatility made him legendary. Davis has the natural gifts to stand among them, but the question remains, does he have the ambition to chase true greatness? As Showbiz puts it, Davis could be remembered as one of the greatest if he fully embraced a mindset of total domination.
Man, I watched a few of your amateur fights, right? I didn't know that you and Tank fought many years ago as well, man. And I saw that, man. It was a close fight, man. It was the JO 2011.
Yeah.
I was battling back and forth, brother.
Yeah.
See, these boys look like pros as amateurs.
The cryptic cancellation message and Davis's recent comments about retiring before 2026 have only added to concerns about his career. If he is already thinking about stepping away from the sport, what does that mean for his legacy? Is he satisfied with what he has accomplished, or does he still have the hunger to do more? For fans, these are unsettling questions, and for critics like Showbiz, it is a worrying sign that Davis might not fully realize his potential. Then there is the question of matchmaking. While Davis's record includes big wins and highlight reel knockouts, some believe he has been too selective in choosing his opponents. Where are the blockbuster fights against Devin Haney, Vasyl Lomachenko, or Shakur Stevenson? Why hasn't he consistently pursued the toughest challenges? These questions keep coming up, and they are not going away anytime soon.
Wish list. 3 names that you want 2025.
I won't say.
No. All right. Who? He's gonna call? All right. Yeah, that's how I usually do.
I don't never call nobody out.
Ooh. So it'll be a first time. So more reason to tune in on March 1st.
Yeah.
Showbiz isn't alone in his frustrations. The broader boxing community has voiced the same concerns. They admire Davis's skills, marvel at his power, and celebrate his success, but they also want more. They want to see him take the kinds of risks that define a legacy. They want to see him move up in weight, chase undisputed titles, and fight the absolute best time after time. That is what the greats did, and that is what they expect from someone as gifted as Tank. For now, the immediate concern is whether the fight with Lamont Roach Jr. will happen. If it does, it is another chance for Davis to silence his critics, at least for now. Roach is a skilled fighter with his own ambitions, but he is stepping into the ring against one of the most dangerous punchers in the sport. A dominant win for Davis would remind everyone of his undeniable talent, but even that might not be enough to quiet the calls for him to aim higher.
Consider you and Gervonta friends?
Friends? Probably.
Is it gonna be hard to go in the ring and fight your friend?
Not at all.
Are you all gonna be friends after?
Yeah, why not?
Either way it goes.
Both making money.
But you guys are making each other bleed.
Hopefully I just make him bleed.
Oh, true. Okay.
As it stands, Davis is at a crossroads. His talent is undeniable, his achievements are impressive, but questions about his career decisions and future continue to cloud his legacy. Critics led by voices like Showbiz the Adult are not going anywhere. They see what Davis could be, a fighter who not only dominates but takes on all challengers, chasing greatness with the same intensity he brings to the ring. The question is, does Davis see it too? And if he does, will he act before it is too late? Only time will tell, but for now the scrutiny remains. What do you think about Tank hinting at retirement while there are still big fights left for him? Share your thoughts below and don't forget to like and subscribe for more updates.